All right, folks, thank you for joining me. It is January 5th, 2023, and I'm super excited. I just wanted to go a quick rundown the best interviews that we had in 2022. I recently just made a playlist on my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to show you guys how to get to that playlist. And then I want to go through and say a little piece about some of these interviews that I'm just so glad we were able to get in. And I'm really looking forward to what we got coming for you guys in 2023. This is going to be a massive year, and we are just getting started. Couldn't do it without you guys. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you. Let's get right on into it, okay? So just head on over to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We recently just hit 54,700 subscribers. Truly incredible to see the growth, and I appreciate you all. Now, here you go over, click over. When you first pull up, you'll be in the home section, right? But pull on over to playlists and then hit this one right here, interviews. But then you can go down and you can hit view full playlist. And that's going to take you to this page right here. And you're going to get the complete rundown of all of the, and I got these sorted by most popular, which is obviously views, right? So we just had an incredible session with Jimmy Valley. In that conversation, we were talking about the legal and political battle that is underway. Jimmy Valley, incredible guy, just forward thinking securities lawyer who's done material transactions, mergers and acquisitions, valued at nearly $20 billion. And so it's just truly incredible to have a guy like himself who's now tapped into the XRP community. And, I say working on our behalf, but that's just because what he's doing is he's putting something on the table. He's putting a deal on the table, getting something done, while the rest of us, we're just kind of watching this and speaking on it. But I appreciate Jimmy taking the time, organizing the committee, and this is such an important conversation. I highly recommend you guys go take a look at this, even if you think the buyback theory is nonsense. Understand from the securities lawyer himself, who's done deals valued at $20 billion plus. I mean, this guy's done it. And go listen to what all the other implications are of this, XRP situation and the rights that we have as digital asset investors, how they are changing as new laws are adopted, specifically talking about the Article 12 take free rule. This is a very interesting conversation. So if you haven't already, highly encourage you guys to go back and check out that conversation with Jimmy Valley. We had that just 1 week ago, and it's already up there, 37,000 views. Truly incredible. Now, the next session is one that I highly encourage you guys to get tapped in with this guy, Alan Staple. He's got a great perspective and a clean presentation of his opinion and experiences. This guy's straight up. He's got no agenda. He just wants the regular person to win and be able to understand this technology. But in this conversation, he actually kind of dropped the inside scoop. He knows someone who works at a treasury market maker that was going to basically a market maker for the Treasury Department of the United States was going to meet with Ripple. And so we got to speak. At the time of the recording, the meeting hadn't occurred, but his friend, I forget what his friend's name was, Bob, I think was the fake name that he used. But Alan was so gracious to come on and explain, some of the connections that he's had and the experiences that he's had. He was a yacht captain, but he's also, done trading commodities, been in the markets for decades. And so a wealth of knowledge. The session was truly incredible, and I highly encourage you guys to go take a look. Alan Staple, it was from 2 months ago. Everything is still relevant, and many people still don't even know about this treasury market maker that was meeting with the federal meeting with Ripple. And I definitely need to get back in touch with Alan and get an update on that situation. But he's a must follow. Definitely get tapped in over there with Alan Staple. Next, we have the future of money, geopolitics, and digital assets with Molly, and she is also on that buyback committee. Okay, trying to get something done, and it's great. It's a pleasure to have her working on the committee, but also the session that we had, the content that she's putting out. She's incredibly smart and well-rounded, and her understanding goes all the way through. As we titled the session, Money, Geopolitics, and Digital Assets, she was one that really puts it all together. Incredible intellect and ability to explain this down in simple terms for us to understand what is all underway and why it's so important. So that was an incredible session 1 month ago. Go check that out. Molly Elmore, must follow on YouTube and Twitter. Now, We just did 2 sessions with Citizen of the Future. Highly recommend you guys check this out. These are deep dives on the fourth industrial revolution and utility. Breaking down the utility of these cryptocurrencies. And in this session here, the first one that we did here with Citizen of the Future just 13 days ago, we talked about a new connection between Elon and RippleXRP. So this session was about an hour and a half, and then we did another one, as you can see down here, just 4 days ago on New Year's Eve, breaking down the fourth industrial revolution with Citizen of the Future, 2-hour deep dive. So we literally just dropped, 3.5 hours there of content, almost 4 hours of deep diving, all of the utility, how this fourth industrial revolution is going to roll out. And I'm just getting incredible feedback on that session. And I do consider Citizen of the Future to be one of the best researchers in the game for sure. So he's a must follow on YouTube and Twitter. Now, this conversation actually took place over a year ago. It was actually in August of 2021. Quincy Jones Crypto Discussion 8/27, 2021 is when that occurred. But I highly encourage you guys to go back and check this one out if you haven't already, because Quincy Jones, one of the leading developers at Zenfin, working on XDC, building on other distributed ledger technologies like XRP and XLM as well. And the conversation covered everything in crypto. It was back in 2021, but everything's still relevant. And it's interesting to see how far we've come since that session. That was recorded on a TikTok live, so like the audio is not good, the visual, the video is not good quality, but the content of that conversation was definitely top notch. And go follow Quincy on YouTube and Twitter as well. Definitely. And he's a builder. We want to get in touch with these guys that are actually building. Now, speaking of builder, we had the disruptor-in-chief, Reggie Middleton, explaining his DeFi patent. That was a very interesting conversation. And I had been kind of blowing people off that had been commenting, yo, you got to check out Reggie and his DeFi patent. I'd been blowing it off for months. And then I finally go ahead, I think I sent him a DM, get Reggie on the show. And I call it the Reggie pill. It's similar to the red pill in the Matrix, red pill versus blue pill. This one's the Reggie pill because this one wakes you up to the conversation around patents in the cryptocurrency space. So, quick summary, Reggie Middleton basically has a DeFi patent that he thinks does kind of encompass most of the current DeFi in the space. He's just recently filed, most recent lawsuit was filed against Circle, and they're the ones who have USDC. But then he also has a lawsuit against Coinbase ongoing as well. That was a massive session, woke me up, and he's a builder as well. But he also has an incredible understanding of economics, these markets, and one of the few guys that did predict the situation back in the Great Financial Crisis. And so he's a must follow. Definitely watch his story closely. The lawsuits are underway, and this guy, he's claiming that, it's like most of the space is infringing upon his patent, according to Reggie. And so that one woke me up. Go take the Reggie pill and go check out that session. That was a good one. Now, next we had decoding our way to generational wealth with Waters Above. So, Waters Above broke it down here for nearly 2 hours, breaking down our reality and dropping the sauce on how he's been able to decode basically the occult, the elite, these people that worship the moon. I always say don't shoot the messenger here. When I'm talking about the moon phases and why they do these rituals, back-to-back eclipses, sacrifice Sam Bankman-Fried, lunar eclipse, full blood moon, back in November 8th, election day, we called it days in, months in advance. Leading back to 2021, I predicted that Bitcoin would reach a new all-time high on the new moon of December 4th, 2021, and then that would be the new top, and it would roll over and begin the bear market. That was a 50% correct prediction because we did not set a new all-time high, but we did have it was like a 40% liquidation event on that December 4th, 2021 date. And I also credited Waters Above. I said, thanks, bro. You've helped me understand this pattern, these phases. And it allowed me to actually short Bitcoin last year in 2022 here as we, just filed my taxes. I had to go back and look at how much we actually made, but 8 for 9 on my Bitcoin shorts, and it allowed me to grow my trading bag 100%. And I was pretty much, exclusively following the moon phase pattern and keeping it at my doofus moron level of technical analysis. But it was so fun to have Waters Above on the show for nearly 2 hours, breaking down our reality. Now, I did get some, pushback, mixed reviews on some of his thoughts in regards to, we talked about religion and some of the more controversial topics in that session. But I just approach it with an open mind. I don't endorse all of his thoughts and opinions, but he's a must follow in the space for technical analysis, in my opinion, because his technical analysis has really helped me understand the movements of these markets. So when I combine his technical analysis with my fundamental understanding analysis, and then my breakdown of the current events and the timelines that I'm seeing, that has led me and got me into a space here where we've consistently been months ahead on market moves and on just what takes place in the current events in the political theater. And so understanding that, numerology, astrology, how it all ties together, that session was a lit one. He's gonna red pill you for sure. And like I said, I don't get offended when someone else shares their opinion, even if it's controversial and if it goes against my beliefs. Then if I'm solid enough in my beliefs, then it shouldn't sway my opinion or how I feel about my hypothesis, my understanding of reality. And so approach it with an open mind if you guys do go check out that one, because definitely controversial on some of his topics, but the guy has the sauce. I don't care why the elite worship the moon and do what they do. I just want to know how I can trade it, how I can grow my trading bag 100%, exclusively shorting Bitcoin and the Bitcoin bros, smoking the hopium, in denial about the bear market the whole way down, shorting the hell out of Bitcoin, rolling it back into XRP. And I just say, thanks, brother. And so it was an incredible session. I love Waters Above. He's a great guy. Interview with Will, Crypto Insight UK. So huge supporter of Will. He's on TikTok and YouTube as well. That was a good session that we had 9 months ago. And then this one was a fun one. 1 month ago, we had another person building on the XRP ledger, Jay from Spend the Bits. And Jay is actually an example that John Deaton has used for additional utility being built on the XRP ledger outside of Ripple. So it was nice to get Jay from Spend the Bits on the show. He's actually part of the amicus brief filing put forward there by John Deaton, and to get his take on the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. But then he also was the CBDC hackathon winner at Ripple's Swell conference. So once again, another builder. And see, this is where this gets fun for me, guys, is we got this range of guys. We got lawyers, we got the disruptor in chief, we got developers, we got builders. We got people that really understand just every different aspect of these assets, these markets, our reality, just figuring out this whole story. It's been an absolute pleasure. Now, finishing off there, you see 2 interviews with Patrick Riley, CEO of Reaper Financial. Definitely recommend checking that out. And if some of you are aware of what Patrick's just dropped, he just dropped some bombs on Twitter and for the public to see. He had sent me some of that documentation well over a year ago, and I had kind of just stuffed it in my don't talk about this file. I shouldn't have these documents file. If you know what he dropped, you'll know what I'm talking about. Definitely get tapped in, though. That session was lit. We did 2 of them with Patrick Riley, and I want to have him back, but I'm probably going to have him back for a Rumble session because the conversation, you already know what that one's going to be about. But nonetheless, guys, it was been just an absolute pleasure. The interviews that we got last year I thought were massive, and we have some major big ones on the way for 2023. It's just going to be one banger after another, guys. We're bringing it to you guys. I couldn't do it without you, so on the way out, if you can, please show us some support by smashing that thumbs up, hitting the notification bell, and sharing this content far and wide. We got more on the way. 2023 is going to be one for the record books for sure, and I just really appreciate you guys, really humbled, and it's been a pleasure. Okay. All right. So there it is. Go check out the playlist, all of the interviews from 2022, and much more on the way. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.